Hello, welcome or welcome back to my channel Mind Positive Store, where we talk a lot about mental health, self-love, self-discovery and just becoming the best version of ourselves which already exists. Today's video is awesome because as my intro, this video is going to be a perfect definition of the intro video itself. So today's video is all about how to show self-love, how to build a relationship with yourself, what is the meaning of true self-love, how to love yourself, how to know more about yourself. Your questions can be endless, but this video is your ultimate answer for that. Without any further delay, let's get into the video. Let me ask you a quick question. What does self-love mean to you? I want you to hit pause and think about this question, get your answers written or jot it down somewhere before you hit the play button again, because I bet your answer is going to change by the end of this video. I posted a small Q&A on Instagram, asked people what does self-love mean to them. I got some really crazy answers. We're not going to go there, but I really got some good ones. Okay, so one of the things that really stood out for me was self-love means I prioritize myself over everything around me. I make sure I have that energy to go about every single day to achieve all my goals. This answer really stood out, and this is basically my definition of self-love as well. Whereas there were answers like self-love means lighting up a candle, taking a long shower. Self-love means, buying new makeup products for me. Well, these things are not really self-love. They can be a way of displaying your self-love to yourself, like one of the many, but they are not the actual definition of self-love. Lighting up a candle for yourself is not going to change your life. Okay, it might change the aroma around the room, might also elevate your mood a little bit if you were feeling down, and a candle could really help you, but really not going to change anything more. Okay, it will just beautify and romanticize your life. But what happens to the core mindset of self-love? What happens to having a relationship for yourself, right? As usual, here are the video chapters. Let's get into the video straight on. When I talk about having a relationship with yourself, so let's take the yourself part away and let's just start off with the relationship. What is one thing that's absolutely core important in a relationship? According to me, it's trust. You having trust in your partner, you having trust in your friend, whatever relationship it is, trust is a foundation of the whole building, right? Trust is not a luxury in a relationship. Trust is the foundation. Without trust, there is no more relationship, according to me, again. So when you are talking about having a relationship with yourself, what happens to the trust factor then? Do you trust yourself enough that you can get on your daily task, you can get on and get that ultimate goal, you can get on, achieve all those things that you told on New Year that you will? What happens to the trust then? To build up this trust, you have to stand up for yourself. You have to be consistent. You have to get out of your comfort zone. You have to stay disciplined. Self-trust builds in with the activities that you do in your own life to show yourself that you can do it. There are so many times when we doubt ourselves, so many times when we really think, oh my God, this seems like a huge ask out of me. I don't think I can do, and I'm going to bail out of this task. But no, trust yourself enough that you have the capacity to get it done, girl. And one more important aspect is having self-discipline. You know that you have to cut down sugar. You know you have to go to the gym. You know you shouldn't be using your social media or mobile phone right before your bed. But some days are good days when you follow all these rules. Some days you let it go. You let the bad habit catch you. You let your laziness catch you. You let procrastination catch you. You waste all those times. Be answerable to yourself. End of the day, there's someone who can judge you fully. There's someone who can, see everything every aspect of your life, it's you, right? When you let go simple tasks and don't show your self discipline, that is a simple example of you losing trust in yourself. The next time when you make up your mind that you want to lose weight, you make up your mind that I'm going to read 3 pages every single day of a book, follow it. You are answerable to yourself and building the trust that you have within yourself. The next aspect is actually getting out of comfort zone or handling tough times. So when you are in a relationship with someone, every single day is not going to be same. Both of you guys have different mindsets, different emotions. Your day would have been completely different. It all factors into the day-to-day activities or day-to-day reactions you show with each other, right? So there are days when they're very tough, like you guys fight and you don't want to talk to each other. Same happens with ourselves. If you imagine, there are days when we're just upset, we don't have the energy to go about stuff, we just end up crying, we don't know why, we're just frustrated, we show our anger on people. There are so many different times when all these different scenarios have happened, and we would have either be lost or we would either just escape from the situation, not deal with it. So understand that you have to put the same amount of effort that you put in an external relationship than you put in with you. In fact, I feel you have to put more effort in yourself, in your relationship, so that you understand yourself better and deliver you know good efforts back to a person that you are in relationship with. So next time when you are going through a tough time, when days are looking super gray, the climate is like super bad, and over on top of that you have too much of work, very less time, you're just stressed, take a pause. Take a pause, breathe. Breathing is amazing. Do 1 2 3 breathing, which means breathe in for 3 seconds, keep it for 3 seconds, and exhale for 3 seconds. It's a great way to practice this at least like 5 to 10 times when you're really frustrated and stressed out in the moment. And then ask yourself, just have a conversation with yourself on what's really happening. Most of the time, if you see, it is you stressing out or you worrying about getting out of your comfort zone. This is a very common underlying factor we all ignore. Say a new presentation, you're just stressed to make the presentation. If you see deep down, it's just that you're not so comfortable doing the presentation. You want to be more comfortable in doing your daily routine. You don't want to get out of your comfort zone and do something. What if I fail? That question is always there around you. But trust me, guys, there is victory the moment you step out of your comfort zone. Be it you failing that presentation completely, but end of the day, you learn something. The next time this challenge comes to you, you know better on how to handle it. That itself will be a huge push in your relationship with yourself. And maintain consistency. After the video, the energy or the vibration that I'm sharing will be there for a few hours or maybe for a few days. You shouldn't fall back into the same old habits, same old trap again. Maintain consistency in terms of your mindset change or your day. Another comment I got from one of my videos was about negative self-talk and how to handle it. I think we criticize ourselves more. See, imagine about two different person, okay? So there is this negative critic in yourself and there's this positive cheerleader that you have in yourself. When you're talking about someone else in a relationship, or you're talking about your own partner, your best friend, your parent, whosoever it is, say when they're coming to you with a very heavy heart, they say, oh my God, I am to blame for this problem. I did not do a good job. I should have done a better job. Instantly your critique will not come out, right? Instantly you'll have your cheerleader who comes out and says, oh, come on, not at all, you did what you could, you did your best. It's just that not everything is going to align, not everything is in your control. I've personally heard this advice so many times every time I feel bad about something I've done. So why not do it for yourself? The moment you retrospect yourself, the moment you reflect back and have negative judgment over yourself on like, oh my God, I'm only capable of doing this, I always ruin plans. Stop. Stop that. Like, you don't need your negative critique always around, giving you negative energy 24/7, or even like in the most important time of your day, right? You need a positive cheerleader who can tell it's okay, mistakes happen, there's always a solution for any mistake. This chapter is all about self-affirmation. Affirmation is a simple definition to positive self-talk, maybe. So every morning when I get up, I make sure I keep like 5 to 10 minutes, maybe after my shower or when I'm doing my makeup. I have this very short time for myself where I say affirmation thoughts or quotes that are super positive to myself, looking at the mirror. It may sound crazy to some people, and some people would understand what I'm saying. It is really working, guys. It is working. I feel so positive, so motivated after a little self-affirmation session with myself. I would highly recommend to anyone who is actually dealing with negative self-talk issue, or dealing with a lot of critique, or dealing with any sort of, stress or depression that you're going through. Sit down and talk to yourself looking at a mirror. There are several self-affirmation quotes, so many different kinds of self-affirmation words itself that you can just start saying, start using. I can share a few of them over here. Make sure you practice self-affirmation every single day and see the results instantly. You don't have to wait for the next day to see results. Like, the moment you finish it, you are going to feel a tad bit positive. Understanding each other's love language in a relationship is very important. Unless and until you understand what the other person likes or wants, you will not be able to fulfill that and make them happy. That also applies in the relationship with yourself. Well, you would instantly say, Ankita, I already know what I like. I already know the kind of food I prefer. I already know all the different likes and dislikes of myself. Now, what is that you're trying to say? That's not all of it. You have to understand what your love language means, that you don't have to look for that outside. Well, there will be amazing people in your life who will be waiting to shower that for you, but also you have yourself. You have yourself to give you everything that you ever wanted from anyone else. Prioritizing your likes, your dislikes, your beliefs, or your boundaries is not going to harm people around you. Trust me, they shouldn't be harmed with it. If they are feeling affected or harmed, you have to think twice about these people in your life. So practice self-love in the form of choosing you when you have a decision right in front of you. And another aspect of this is celebrating yourself. I celebrate myself all the time. When I've done something amazing, I give myself a reward. The reward can be as simple as a cup of coffee, or bake a small cake for myself, or give myself the treat I always wanted, or buy myself a book because I really wanted to read that. Whatever it is, give yourself that small reward. Celebrate little wins in your life, which will encourage yourself to do more. In a relationship, we always love to feel appreciated for the efforts we put in. We love to feel celebrated. We love to hear praises about us. Why are you looking for that outside when you can give it to yourself within you? You are the biggest cheerleader you can ever have. Coming to the last and my most favorite part of this video, it's all about the 30-day life-changing challenge. So this is gonna be a 30-day challenge that you're gonna take up and stay consistent until the end of it to completely transform your life. This challenge touches all the major pillars of life, like physical health, mental health, and your environment, which will absolutely change you by the end of the 30 days. A habit takes 21 days to set into our routine. By the end of this challenge, I promise you that your habits will completely be transformed into a healthier version, a more better version, which will prioritize your self-love more than anything else in the world. This 30-day challenge has so many different challenges, so many different tasks within it, which is totally manageable because I'm seeing all over internet people are posting about 75 hard challenge. Actually speaking, I was convinced to start the 75-day challenge, but I then thought to myself that this would be an extreme transformation, and maybe physically in my health state right now, I won't be able to keep up to that. Under realistic circumstances, I have created this 30-day challenge, which is an equivalent of 75-day challenge, but a little self-love edition added into it, wherein you are not gonna go super hard on yourself, okay? But at the same time, you're gonna maintain good consistency in terms of prioritizing your health, your mental well-being, and the people and the surrounding that you are in. To get started with the challenge, you simply have to click on the link that is somewhere over here in the screen, or I'll attach it in the description or in the comment section, which is the Mind Positive Store website where you can download the whole package of this 30-day challenge. It's going to be a simple 8-page kit that you will have to download and start using. The kit completely has all the rules, all the things that you need to make sure you achieve all the tasks given in this challenge. I've worked really hard to create this awesome journal that will elevate your mental well-being. It has everything that you need: gratitude journaling, self-affirmation, self-discovery. You can simply download it from the website and use it in any of your devices, mobile phone tabs, or even your desktop. Or the best way to actually do it is print it out and start using it in a physical paper. That gives a sense of more responsibility for yourself, that you have to tick in the tracker, finish the planner, and also use the daily journal part. So I'm really excited for you guys to try it out. Comment down below if you're not able to find the link, or if you want the link of the 30-day challenge kit. I will be more than happy to send it over to you. Here we come to the end of the video. I hope you guys liked this video. And as I said in the beginning of the video, I hope this video really helps you understand what self-love is and what does it mean to have a relationship with yourself. Please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and share our video, and support us more. Until next time, see you guys soon. Bye bye.